and gentlemen, to Oscar Night 2019. This is episode 64 of Harsch Review. My name is Sean, and with me is my brother Ryan. We are here to discuss the Oscar Awards of 2019. Ryan, what's going on?
Not much, Sean. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. You know.
Actually did bring myself to watch the awards last night. I didn't do it last week. Last year. Hello.
Hello.
Is this thing on? I had it was kind of nice. I had it on YouTube TV, and I started taping it when I was making dinner. And then by the time I was done and then cleaning up and everything, I put it on. It was just kind of fast forwarding it through a lot of stuff. So I mean, it's not like I missed everything, but I did the condensed version.
Sure.
Say that much, which was kind of nice.
At least you saw most of it. I was like, yeah, it's on tonight, and I'm gonna watch it. And then I'm watching The Office. It's like 5:40 Pacific, and I'm like, I wonder what time it starts. Oh, it started 40 minutes ago. All right, well, let's get going. So I missed like 40 minutes of it, which I'm not complaining at all. But let's put that aside for now, because rumor has it you've got some news to talk about.
I've got some news. I got a couple things for you. We talked very highly of The Haunting of Hill House in the past. So we have a new storyline revealed for season 2. The conclusion of season 1, the Crane family looked like it would open up to something new. So they talk about this mansion that we all know about. So the first season's adapted from a novel called The Haunting, and it explores like the group of siblings who, return and confront what's going on. And so now we're looking at another season, and I'm kind of looking through my notes here. So we don't know, like there's no mention of any cast members coming back to return. They're just kind of keeping it a little in the dark, but they are saying there's going to be a new one in 2020 coming. So
really,
yeah. So get ready for that. They're not really sure what it's going to be, but it's going to involve the same house. It just might be like in a different time period. So it might be like kind of like a Fargo thing, where different time period, same locale and all that. So it might be kind of interesting.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We'll see though. We'll see.
Yeah. There was an old story called Turn of the Screw, which is old country mansion, 2 young orphans looked at by a young governess and narrated kind of like The Others. So that's what they're kind of hinting at, that it might be adapted on. I don't know if it'll have the same twist or not, but we'll take a look in 2020.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You excited or what?
Getting there.
Yeah.
You can tell. Pumped.
Definitely. Also excited for Twilight Zone.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably a bigger fan of the original than I am, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. That's the 2 years difference there. I remember some Twilight Zone, but not a whole lot, but I'm intrigued. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, we know there's a new one because we saw it during Super Bowl, like a quick little teaser. Very brief, but not a lot of actual footage. Just Jordan Peele walking around in a stadium whispering, ominously. Now we get an actual look at a real, like, brand new trailer, and it looks like it's going to be pretty scary from what you look at. So,
I didn't know they released
different
one,
things. Huh? Yeah, it's just like a little bit under a minute. It's got a pretty stacked cast list. I'm not recognizing everybody here, but they're going to remake one of the most famous ones. You probably know this one, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, where the guy's in the plane and he thinks there's someone out on the
wing of the
right?
Plane.
Yeah. Yeah. So, there's that one. And then there's some other like classic nods to episodes, in the past. So it'll be on CBS All Access, which I'm not really sure how to get that. I mean, is that like a subscription service or?
So if I remember correctly, if you have some type of cable service, and I think YouTube TV qualifies, you can put it in and then get access to their app. So you have to watch it via the app. But I don't know if there's an additional fee on top of that. But it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's coming like in a month. It'll be out April 1st. So, yeah, but it's kind of like it won't be accessible to everybody because not everybody's kind of picking up on that. And I don't know about you, but like regular TV stations just kind of suck. I mean, they don't really take as many risks as like an FX or Bravo does with some of their shows. So, but maybe they're kind of saving this for the more edgier shows.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. So find it wherever you're looking. Got a little tech news. I know you've done this before. You've probably seen this. It's called a human Uber.
I think I've heard of this. Tell me more.
Yeah. So I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this hilarious like picture of like somebody standing around with like a iPad up to their face with their face in it, and then another person like walking around that obviously the face doesn't match the body. So it was kind of like, okay. So basically it's developed in Japan. It provides people a way to attend events remotely using someone else's body. So
okay, keep going.
Say if you want to go to a Fish concert, but you don't feel like going, I don't know why you wouldn't, but let's just say you have the flu or something that would keep you from going. You can get a human Uber to attend for you, and you'll be seeing everything that they would see via this mask that's right in front of their face. I'm not sure how they're looking, and there's a helmet thing behind it, which looks kind of like the Daft Punk guy. If you look it up, you'll see it. But
human Uber, is that what it's called?
Yeah, just look up human Uber. I got this story from Vice.
Oh.
I'll keep talking while you look it up.
Yep.
Japanese researcher, he calls it the chameleon mask. One word.
Ridiculous.
Showed this at MIT, and it's more like a mobile FaceTime, but it says it uses a real human as a surrogate for another remote user. The surrogate gets a mask-shaped display that shows the user's live face, and a voice channel transmits their voice. So you could say you could run up to like a bunch of skinheads and say something really crazy, and then that person will get beat up or something. Just a thought. So say here's like an example. Say your friend needs help moving, but you don't want to lug around boxes all day, right?
So you just sit on the couch and then have
you can sit on the couch and then the human Uber who is basically prostituting himself to, have this technology will do it for you while you watch in, Glee. Maybe you have a kid and you're tired of going to those soccer or baseball games. Get the human Uber, just put your face up there. Son won't know the difference.
What's the pricing model?
I'm not really sure. I mean, it's not really mentioned on here, but it looks like this kind of stuff has been around in Japan.
Yeah.
So it's like they've been developing it for a while, and I'm not really sure of the pricing, but hey, it would be fun to just to try it out, like as a like a Saturday night thing. Like, let's get a dude to go somewhere where we normally wouldn't go. It just seems more like technology is allowing us to not do anything.
So,
if you know what I mean.
No, I'm with you. So, what would you in real life, not jokingly, name something you'd use it for?
Church.
You go to church now?
No, but if I sent someone to just go to church,
but would you do now in real life that you would go, you know what, this is a good opportunity for a human Uber?
I'm not really big on meetings.
Okay.
Like work type. So, I mean, I keep it to like a minimum, and then like this week is going to be kind of crazy because I have like several meetings that I have to take care of at work, and you can't really get out of them. So it's like, hey, this would be a great thing to use, just get the human Uber, and I'm just kind of chilling out, doing whatever. And, putting in my 2 cents, and this dude's just sitting there like doing whatever he does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but nothing like too strenuous. It would just be funny though. Like if I did it, I just put them in like crazy situations, but nothing like that would endanger the person's life, of course.
Yeah.
Like I'd send him to the gym, for like a place that I frequent less and less as the weeks go on, just kind of give him directions. And, Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. The picture really just started laughing.
I mean, I would
It's
send him to
ridiculous.
the DMV or, have him go watch a movie that I don't really want to see, but I want, or like some shitty band or something like that, just
right. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Or go visit some friends that like you're just logging time, but you don't really care.
Yeah. It's just either way.
You coming to my Super Bowl party, bro? Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Some other guy shows up.
Yeah. Well, technically I am here. It's not in my body, but you can see my face on this iPad.
So what happens when like what if like the vessel, is that what we call him? I don't know.
What if he has like a heart attack or something?
Or like he's got to go piss and he's like sitting there looking down and you're like, okay, well, I'm really feeling this.
Yeah. I'm hoping like there's a pause button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Time out.
Yeah. Where, it's like, hey, I got to take a massive dump from the Super Bowl party nachos. Just let's take 5 or
like
10.
Sounds like a real story.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you go to Super Bowl parties. You eat a lot of food and something happens later. But we don't talk about that stuff on this show. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Or if he's like in a car accident or something, you know what I mean? Like, just like, I don't know. Just very interesting.
Okay. Well, human Uber it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Chameleon mask.
Chameleon mask.
That's what it's called. I like human Uber better, but
yeah.
It's just dirty. Like, imagine a world like that's just where all it is. You know what I mean? Like that's a Twilight Zone right there. You leave the apartment or the house and it's just people with those masks on.
I mean, I'd be interested in trying it out for somebody.
Yeah.
Like, cause you don't need to meet them. You probably just strap it on your head and be like, all right, where do I go? But how do you feed them instructions?
Yeah.
Do you have like an earpiece?
It's all, there's audio. I'm assuming like with that helmet they have, the Daft Punk helmet, it's like there's some kind of feed going on, like a HUD.
Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Look at that girl.
So it'll be like Iron Man, Daft Punk looking thing. Walking around and you can kind of see everything on the heads up display. They say. So I think it's hilarious. I think it's great. It's just,
Sounds interesting.
Technological slavery, Sean.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bit strong.
Well, yeah, that's that would be like the Twilight Zone episode, perhaps.
All right. Well, human Uber.
Yeah. Huber. That's it.
Huber.
Huber.
Netflix got a bunch of new stuff coming in March.
All right, canceled some stuff, get some new stuff.
Yeah, you want me to go through the list of what you're gonna get?
Sure, let's hear it.
All right, let me try and crank this out as quick as I can because I know you're all dying to talk about the Oscars. Yeah. All right, available on March 1st, 2019. A Clockwork Orange, Apollo 13, Budapest, Cricket Fever, Mumbai Indians, a Netflix original, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Disney's Saving Mr. Banks, Emma, Junebug, Larva Island Season 2, Losers, Music and Lyrics, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Northern Rescue, River's Edge, Stuart Little, Sweeney Todd, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, Hurt Locker, Notebook, Tyson, Wet Hot American Summer, Winter's Bone, Your Son. That's it.
All right. Not bad, Sean.
Thanks.
30 seconds.
Thanks, brother. All right, let's get on with it.
Let's do it. Oscars. So you missed a little bit of it.
Yeah,
huh?
I missed like 45 minutes, and then
of the beginning, or
yeah. So one of our first episodes we did was talking about the Oscars because we started January of
late January,
February 2018, and I think if you go back and listen to that episode, you'll kind of know that our opinion of the Oscars hasn't changed, and I think this year even further, because first, I actually happened to see a lot more of these movies this time around than last year, which was helpful. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm just like, I don't care. Nominated or
couple
not,
I never
that
heard
doesn't
of.
look interesting to me. The Favorite? What the hell's this? So then...
and it's spelled with a U in there? Like, what's going on? Bastardizing the English language.
Roman influence. But there's no host this year. Kevin Hart was going to do it. Then, let's talk about that for a minute. Hold on. So I think with the no host, I like that because
you didn't have like, it really shaved off like a lot of time. It seemed like, because like you don't have the dude doing their shtick or like the little musical numbers or the monologue.
Yeah, so you just get
that
Queen, which I'm already like totally sick of at this point.
Yeah, I'm done with Queen. We're gonna talk about. We're not gonna
next week. We'll talk. We're
gonna
Queen.
save. Yeah, we're gonna save those comments, even though they're burning inside me to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
Which my reaction may not have been the same as most of America. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can see your point that not having a host is okay, but at the same time, like when you have a good host, it at least makes a boring ass show somewhat entertaining. But I thought they underutilized the host a little too much, because especially when they're kind of like have a little bit of an attitude or a little edgy and they lighten things up. It's so uptight in the Oscars. It's like, okay, all these millionaires getting together, giving each other awards and, like who really, really cares in the end? Like none of it means anything. I know it's important to them because it's like, we're nominated by our peers. There's like 8,000 people.
Very self-congratulatory, but and also it's like, it's just how they're trying to be funny. I didn't really think anything was funny until like Trevor Noah, who I think is pretty funny. And he had some funny comments, but that was like it. I didn't laugh the whole time.
You didn't like Wayne's World?
It was
awkward, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let it go, man. Nobody gives a shit.
I took some notes and I put Wayne's World nauseating. Like that's just, I took some notes.
I'm gonna blow chunks. It's like hearing all those '90s phrases. It's like, geez, they sounded stupid. But
you want to see my notes or hear my notes really quick?
Okay.
I just took some random notes. The first thing I wrote was I hate audience reactions. Not funny. Why is A-Rod there? Liberal Hollywood bullshit. Mexico wall jokes. Hate the little pictures they show when they say the awards. Documentary Free Solo. Alex Honnold looks so awkward.
He was
I wonder
hilarious,
if his girlfriend.
too.
Yeah, I wonder if his girlfriend is still going to be complaining after this night. The favorite. What is it? Question mark. I'm not sure. Trevor Noah first time laughed. Why did Isle of Dogs not win? Wayne's World nauseating. Irishman preview stupid.
Totally.
Right. It's like so you paint houses. Yes, I do.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Lady Gaga not in a meat dress. Let's see here. Didn't know that Will Vinton and Milos Forman died, which is like,
who?
You know who those guys are? So Will Vinton is the guy who made the California Raisins.
Oh, okay. From Fresno,
so you know that
California.
I put Dead People montage, and then Milos Forman directed one of my favorite movies ever, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And and he did some really good films. Besides, he did Amadeus and People versus Larry Flint. He, did movies about like kind of revolutionary people. So, I didn't know he passed away. Rami Malek, good speech.
Yeah,
I put that.
So
those are kind of my notes. Yeah, a little bit. I put those are my notes, and then I just kind of wrote down I was trying to write the awards, and after a while, I'm like, why am I doing this? I can just look this up later.
Yeah, come on now.
I'm just trying to keep busy, I guess. Just kind of
I had
keep going.
Human Uber in the crowd.
Yeah. And his face is up on one of those little pictures.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was just they're just phoning it in. There was really nothing to look forward to. Like, you're just kind of waiting and seeing. Like, I like seeing the disappointment on people's faces more than like who won. I don't know why. I always think it's
or the
funny.
Fake disappointment. Well, Spike Lee walked out.
I'm gonna clap for this people. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he got his award. Come on.
Yeah,
but I mean, overall, I haven't seen Roma. Did you see that yet?
No, and it's on my list, and I like Alfonso Cuarón. That's his name, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that seems like you just gotta like. All right, let's just get it over with. It doesn't.
Yeah, like I was gonna put it on. I was going to put it on the other night, and I'm like, I don't feel like reading subtitles right now.
Totally.
And then I came up with like stupid excuses, like, yeah, my glasses are kind of dirty.
Oh God, Todd,
where I can easily clean them, but it's like, yeah, I hear you. It's got to be after this too. I want to see Green Book. Funny how Green Book is one of the guys who did it is Farrelly brother.
Oh, really?
Like, you know, like 20 years ago made a movie featuring a man who was like, you know, taking a shit for like 10 minutes. And then fast forward 20 years, he's making this Oscar winning film. So
I didn't put that together.
Interesting.
So what was he in Hot Water about?
Who, Farrelly?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Did he say something I never heard? I don't know anything.
Well, there's a big controversy around Green Book because of shit that he said.
Okay.
And so I don't know all the details about it. Here, I'll pull it up right here. I saved it earlier.
Yeah.
Because people thought like, oh, it's a strong contender, but it's like they said it's like a modern Driving Miss Daisy, basically. You know, and so because of that, you know, is it as racist and all that kind of stuff? But so let's see. It's he had some comments that he said, like, I don't know, if Twitter or something a while ago that got him in some hot water, and you know, he just didn't really apologize much for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what's kind of, what's his dude's name? Let's look this up. Let's get down to the bottom of this.
Peter Farrelly.
That's right.
Peter Farrelly. Or Farrelly, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And thanks to the Oscars, I also wrote this down, how to spell, it's Mahershala.
Yeah, right.
Or Mahershala. Yeah, I was like Mahershala. I was like, how do you say the guy's name? And then I'm like, thank you, Oscars. Like, cause I think I was just butchering the guy's name. Great actor. But yeah, now I know how to say his name, but
yeah, I mean, I guess decades ago, they had just sick jokes that they would play, and 20 years ago, and then all those came up, and they're like, jokes of he's like accused of Islamophobia and had like sick sexual pranks going on. And so I'm reading this article on The Guardian right now. I remember I read it a while ago when it first came out, and they thought that the movie's going to get burned because of the things that he did, but eventually he apologized for his past sexual misconduct.
Wait, who is this?
So the Peter Farrelly, he apologized for his past sexual misconduct, and its producer and co-writer Nick Lanoga, on who the film is based, was accused of Islamophobia. So the guy who the thing was based on is Islamophobist, accused of, and then Farrelly had some sexual jokes. So, for example, there was newspaper articles from the 90s around Earth that mentioned his prediction for showing his penis during meetings, including one with Cameron Diaz before she was cast in something about Mary 98.
Jeez.
And they just kind of described him as sick pranks that the brothers enjoyed, while quoting Diaz as saying, "When a director shows you his penis the first time you meet him, you've got to recognize the creative genius."
Jeez.
But yeah, I don't know. And then Cameron Diaz went on to say in a 2000 article, "I just adore those guys. Bobby's a little more shy. He doesn't pull his penis out as much. That's Peter's behavior. Bobby moons." So this just sounded like these guys were like a hot mess. And then so he finally went on the record saying, "True, I was an idiot. I did this decades ago and thought I was being funny. And the truth is I'm embarrassed and it makes me cringe now. I'm deeply sorry."
It's like you're the guy in charge. You know what I mean? So it's like it's one thing when an actor does it. Like you hear stories about like actors doing that to like kind of break the tension. But it's like you're the director. Like you're steering the ship.
You're the
boss. Like, come on, dude. Yeah.
And then Nick Vallelonga, the guy who is I think played by Vigo's character. And he said something, or he tweeted at Donald Trump, "100% correct. Muslims in Jersey City cheering when towers went down. I saw it as you did, possibly on local CBS News. And yeah, so I don't know. And so it's just a little, because, Mahershala is a Muslim, and it's just, he played a character in the books, but yeah. Anyway, so they had a bunch of controversy around it, and so people thought it was just going to get burned at the Oscars, and it still kind of came through. But I haven't seen it. It looks very good. So I want to see that.
Yeah, as long as they don't show the guy's penis in it.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, look at their humor in their movies and stuff. It's not like it's not surprising knowing those guys, and like you said, the kind of movies they made. Except for Stuck on You. That was pretty bad, right?
That was bad.
Okay.
I don't know if I got through that.
I didn't.
You thought I would say, yeah, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. On record, episode 64. Yes. The elder Harsch is a fool. Alfonso Cuarón, Roma director.
Yes.
I mean, all the shots I've seen, it looks awesome, but I mean, I don't know. I'll check it out. It looks interesting, but it's like a Saturday afternoon. Got a bunch of coffee in me. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Demands your full attention.
Yeah. Rami Malek, best actor.
I don't know. Like,
so you've seen most of the movies for the best actor, right?
Yeah, I saw Vice, and I think he's one of those. I mean, Christian Bale. I mean, he knocked it out of the park. You
think he did better than Rami in Bohemian Rhapsody?
It's like the guy didn't talk much, to be honest with you. I think the movie got like a makeup award.
Yeah.
Which was deserved, mainly for him. I know he gained some weight, but it's like you had to put on the prosthetics or whatever. So you got that. But like Christian Bale, I think he goes through these radical changes. I don't know if he's expecting an award, but it's like, he was okay.
Well, I mean, last year we had a guy put on a fat suit and wins Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Do you think
that's true?
Maybe they did want to have
I'm excited to see a Scorsese movie, but it's gonna be like, if it's gonna be 2 hours of Robert De Niro like making that stupid face, then I'm okay. A little bit. Insult him a little bit.
Yeah.
So you got Pacino and you got like Pesci, and they're all just old as hell. Pacino's playing Jimmy Hoffa, so that's what's going on with that one.
Do you really think he's gonna like resurrect these guys' careers? Because I mean, all of them have made shitty movies for a long time.
Yeah, well,
I mean, and Joe Pesci, that guy's annoying as hell.
Yeah, and I think I'm looking back on it. I think they've made shitty movies like longer than they've made good movies.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because I brought it up like on an earlier podcast. I think for both of those guys, like, and I'm talking Pacino, De Niro, it was like Heat, and that's it. After I thought Heat was pretty good, and then but even before then it was like Scent of a Woman. I think Pacino's best movies are like in the 70s. I think De Niro's probably his last good movie was King of Comedy. That's it for me.
King of Comedy.
Yeah, that's a very highly recommended movie that not a lot of people know about. That's a Scorsese movie. It's a dark comedy, and it's a lot of it. It's about like hero worship and celebrity.
Yeah.
It's definitely check it out. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so with De Niro, I mean, he's best known for what, like Raging Bull, Cape Fear, Taxi Driver.
Godfather 2.
Godfather 2, that's right.
Yeah. Goodfellas.
Casino.
Yeah, he was good, and I'll give him Goodfellas. Yeah, you know what? I'll give him
Deer Hunter.
I'll be a little more generous. Deer Hunter. Yeah, I'll be a little more generous and give him up to Casino.
What about Untouchables? What'd you think of him in that?
He was okay.
It was a little too Hollywood at that point.
Yeah, it was a little too
borderline
much.
Dick Tracy.
That was, yeah. Oh God.
Cape Fear is pretty good, right?
Cape Fear is pretty good.
Okay.
I like the shot where like the dude walks right up into the camera. It's like, whoa, dude. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
When?
There's a part in the movie where he walks like right in Cape Fear.
Oh God, I haven't seen it in a while.
It might be from the old one, but because it's based on an old one. But like he walks right into the camera and like his face like basically hits the camera. It's freaking crazy. Like it's like, whoa, dude, calm down there, buddy.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, I mean, he was in Jackie Brown, right?
Yeah,
but he didn't really
but it's
have
like
much
he
of
was
a
just
role.
kind of
He just kind of
he was just kind of incidental. It was just like, all right, like
So if I remember, the last movie I saw with him that I actually kind of liked was Ronin. And that's because it was more of an action. It wasn't really much of a him talking. He kind of had the assassin thing going on. But the outside of that, I mean, what was the one he did? Wasn't he Ben Stiller's dad in?
See, that's for me. It's like, dude, you're not funny.
That's like when he first did it, though, and I was like, oh, that's like his first step in that direction.
No. Analyze this
with
Billy Crystal.
Oh God, yeah,
that was before Meet the Parents.
Okay,
so that was almost like kind of a
he
parody
did that
of like what he had been doing.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, no, Meet the Parents. He said he did analyze this before Meet the Parents.
No, I know, but he did. So here's the order of these movies. This is where you see the turn, right? Because I mentioned that Ronin was the last movie I liked. That was 98, and it had some kick-ass car scenes in it, chase scenes and stuff. Really good. Next movie he does is Analyze This, and then Flawless, The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Men of Honor, Meet the Parents, 15 Minutes, The Score, Showtime, City by the Sea, Analyze That, Godsend, Shark Tale, Meet the Fockers, and then it just continues to go.
It just spirals down into like alimony money.
And then he tried to bounce back with The Good Shepherd. If you remember that snooze fest, right? Isn't that like
what about
3.5 hours of Matt Damon and
just like it's about the CIA. It's like it wasn't that interesting, dude. I don't know, dude. It's just like one bad thing after another for him.
He's getting paid though.
He did a movie with like John Travolta, like they were in the woods or something. That was pretty awful. I don't remember the name of that one.
What's going on there?
Yeah. Like it was a survival kind of thing.
Okay. I kept thinking of Wild Hogs for a second.
Oh God.
Yeah, because I mean, Pacino, he started out strong with The Godfather. He did Godfather 2, Dog Day Afternoon.
That's probably like that's my favorite Pacino stock.
Yeah, Sonny. And then he did listen, the names he the names, like he got so typecast in the first 10, 12 years of his career. So he did Me, Natalie in 1969. It was like his first movie, and he played Tony. And then he did
Tony
in the Needle Park, and he played Bobby.
Oh, that movie's hardcore, dude.
And then he did The Godfather, and he was Michael Corleone. Scarecrow, he was Lion. Serpico, played Serpico, where the hell that is. Yeah. And then he does Dog Day, and he's Sonny. And then Bobby Deerfield, he's Bobby. Like the names, and then Tony Montana.
Bobby, Tony.
Yeah. Bobby. All these
the New Jersey guys. Yeah.
This reminds you, he was in Dick Tracy as Big Boy Caprice.
Don't even get me started on that movie. That movie's horrible, dude.
I know. He did Scarface in 1983.
So bad.
And then I'm going from there. I mean, Godfather Part 3, which you told me not to watch.
Don't even touch that one. I think
maybe
with him,
Carlito's Way.
With him, 93. It was maybe Scarface.
Scarface is not a good movie, though.
No, it's all like Oliver Stone's, like coke fueled paranoia.
It's horrible.
Carlito's Way is like the best part of that movie. Sean Penn.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the coked out lawyer. It's like that's the best part of that movie.
Heat. Thumbs up or thumbs down for him?
I like Heat.
Okay, what about Donnie Brasco? Johnny Depp.
It's kind of like, it's just like old Corleone.
I think I liked him in Any Given Corleone. Sunday.
He was good in that.
I'll give him that. And then Insomnia, I thought he was pretty good.
He was decent. I mean, because he wasn't yelling the whole time. You know what I mean? Like when he starts doing that stupid, it's just like, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? The movie, I'm not gonna like rip that guy. Like the Paterno movie, he was pretty good in that movie.
Because at least he stayed in his lane. Like I'll give him that. Like he didn't do what DeNiro did, which is kind of like, sign me up. Like I have an agent, and I must be on pills. I don't know what's going on. Like he at least stayed in his lane.
But And he was doing, and he's been doing it. I think HBO, like a bunch of like the biopics.
Yeah,
so he did
Paterno,
Kevorkian. Right? He did Paterno, the one I said. He did Kevorkian, and he did Phil Spector.
Yeah.
So that's 3 like biopics of like famous crazy dudes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. DeNiro like, did the Bernie Madoff one, right?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I actually remember we talked about that. I was like, oh, he's actually kind of like showing emotion and acting. This is weird.
He's not making that stupid face the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't want to like rip these guys up. It's just like I think of the bad movies like outnumber the good movies at this point. Nah, I mean, I'm not trying to savage their entire career though. It's it's just, I kind of came into this conversation saying, yeah, that stopped at a point, but it's like, now that you kind of look at their movies, it's kind of like a lot of ups and downs, but a lot more downs,
Yeah.
But I mean, I really like, I think like Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, like those are some fantastic movies. Those are like movies that really got me when I first saw them. But then it's just like, I think everybody like over longevity, it's like they just kind of start phoning it in at some point.
But they don't have to. I mean, like there's other huge actors that stay out of it, and usually everything they touch is pretty good. I mean, okay, so take Tom Hanks. Usually doesn't do a bad movie. Maybe Lady Bird or Ladyfinger, whatever the hell that was called.
DiCaprio
was probably that one. DiCaprio's done Lady Killers, yeah. And Ladyfinger. Yeah. DiCaprio's pretty picky, but it shows. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got a good track record. I mean, who else? There's got to be more out there.
Listeners, post on the Facebook page if you have any more ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice. This would be a good conversation.
Like that, that pick good movies and they stay in, there. This is my niche and they stick with it.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, so then let's close out on.
I think like Philip Seymour was kind of like, I liked a lot of his movies.
He was great.
Yeah. But
okay, so
then he died.
De Niro and Pacino, they obviously have a huge resume, and they were in some classic movies that established their name, and it kind of stayed.
Yeah,
but they're not the box office pull like they used to be.
Okay, or not so much box office pull, but maybe just like artistic, defining films.
Yeah, that's true. I mean? They were
because I know Godfather made a lot of money, but it's like Taxi Driver was kind of, and even like if you go even further back, Mean Streets, those were kind of like, indie movies at the time.
It's like they got a cult association by proxy, or they were happened to just be part of an ensemble, right place, right time, and they did their part well. But then once you stop being in movies that are no longer provocative, you kind of like realize like maybe it wasn't that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then what about Scorsese? Because I think that he's one of the. So I'll just give you a quick run on my point of view with him.
Okay,
I've seen his movies, not really associating it with him, and then I didn't really quite pay attention to him until this is kind of a long, stupid story, but that's when I really kind of started paying attention to like directors and their influencer role. Because obviously you had like Spielberg and George Lucas. If you're like an 80s or a 90s kid, their names had strong presence, but there wasn't a lot of directors in that era that if you're a young kid or teenager growing up that like have a household name. So at least for me, I loved movies, but I never really associated the people who make the movies with them. So to know as a kid like who directed this Spielberg movie, like that's a huge level of success if a 13-year-old kid knows who the hell directed it, unless you're already like a movie geek. I really wasn't, but I liked movies anyway. So I had the Xbox 360, played video games on that, and that's when they came out with their HD drive or their HD player. It was like a separate $100 or $200 player, and that was like you could play HD movies on home. And
it was like Vine. It was Vine with the Blu-ray, at the time, remember?
Right? Sony had theirs, Xbox had theirs, so they're going toe to toe. But the first HD DVD that I bought, I'm trying to remember the freaking name of it. It was the one that Scorsese did with like Jack Nicholson and
Departed.
The Departed, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I
love it.
Really paid attention and kind of went like, okay, I get like, I see his influence, I see his theme, I see his creative preferences because he's done a lot of movies, and then you start,
which is a remake, by the way.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he did The Departed in 2006. And so I paid attention since then, and then went backwards, realizing like, oh yeah, Gangs of New York. It's one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Great.
And then I see things like Casino, and I'm like, I don't like Casino. Like I remember, I get the novelty, but I'm not.
You don't like when Don Rickles got like pushed down to the ground?
No, I mean Cape Fear is okay, but Goodfellas, it's like you're either one of those guys who likes the gangster movies or you don't.
Yeah,
but I think that there are some fans that are way into the gangster movies that come off a bit douchey, because it's like that's the way they think, like how all men should be, and you're kind of like, okay, they're all horrible people.
They're psychotic.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it. I mean, they're basically like a study in psychotic people. That's what it is. I mean, these guys are nuts, dude. I mean, they beat their women, they do drugs. They just like they're racist as shit. So that's kind of what it is.
This is where I go back. I watched, obviously like Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Color of Money.
It's a good one.
Age of Innocence. So Kundun, I even watched that.
Did you watch Last Temptation?
No, with Dafoe.
Yeah,
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I'm kind of like, it's like it's a prequel to the Mel Gibson movie.
I'd rather watch Life of Brian, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
big nose.
So I mean, like I said, Gangs of New York, Aviator, Departed, Shutter Island, which I thought was awesome. I liked his involvement with Boardwalk Empire, but I think his name was just attached to that more than anything.
And his name's been attached to like different movie documentaries that I like. So he did a George Harrison one. He did the Grateful Dead one.
Rolling Stones.
He did a really cool. Yeah, Rolling Stones, a really cool Bob Dylan one that I like. So I mean, he's had his name in different things.
Okay.
You don't know how involved he is, but
the
guy's got his hand. It's kind of like Spielberg. He's got his hands all over the place.
But he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
But then he had like
Silence.
Well, that was terrible. I watched it, gave it a shot, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna watch this." And I'm like, I get what you're going for, but I mean, like, there's just nothing compelling about it. I mean, Hugo. Remember when he did that one? Like, what was going on there?
Yeah, I know.
Wolf of Wall Street's cool, but it's not really rewatchable. You kind of like, I don't know.
It's funny, but it's kind of like
the money version.
Yeah, Goodfellas with money and Quaaludes.
Yeah. So then he's got Irishman, and he's got his teaser. So it's almost like I'm really skeptical.
Watch King of Comedy, because it's good because it's like a dark comedy, and it's DeNiro's really good in it, and he basically it's like Jerry Lewis is in it, and Jerry Lewis is a like a night show talk show host, and so like De Niro like kidnaps him. But it's funny. Like it's actually like the kind of comedy De Niro should have stuck with, because it's like dark, but it's really like kind of commentary on like, fan worship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Seinfeld where Kramer did like the fake audience and stuff, like in his apartment, like with the talk show. Yeah, that's where he got it from. That's the King of Comedy. Like the guy has like a thing in his basement with like fake audience and stuff, and he's like doing a show. It's crazy.
Okay.
So it's like it's good. Check it out. It's really good. It's like I think it's early 80s.
So Irishman. I mean, all the cast in it so far.
So you got Pesci.
Yep.
So you got all the Italians basically, right?
Yeah.
All the boys are back. You got Anna Paquin, you got Robert De Niro, you got Pacino, you got Fat Damon,
Jesse Plemons.
You got another Italian, Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
Got another Italian, Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Right. You got I don't know what he is, Harvey Keitel, who's an old De Niro regular.
Yeah.
You got the guy who plays Al Capone in Boardwalk.
Yeah. No. Oh, you do? Yeah, you do.
Steven, yeah, he's in it. You got Herc from The Wire. He's in it. Yeah.
I like that guy. He's like such a hot
Yeah,
man.
I like him too. He was good in Snatch too. You got two guys from The Wire. So you got Herc and you got the Greek. So I'm looking at the guys now. Yeah. So
Herc.
Steven Zalian writes the screenplay. Can't go wrong there, right?
Who are the guys from The Wire?
Yeah. Herc.
What are their real life names?
That's well, you know how we do.
Yeah. Well,
well, this is the most Italian name I'm going to get. Dominic Lombardozzi.
Okay, yeah, that guy.
And then the Greek guy is, and you probably see him in a billion movies, like when you see his face.
Victor?
Paul Ben Victor. Yeah, he wears a little.
You passed over
season 2.
My favorite character of Boardwalk Empire, played by Jack Huston.
Carnival.
No, Jack Huston, the Phantom of the Opera looking dude.
Oh yeah,
he's in
that guy
too.
Was great. Okay,
yeah, he was a cool character. I thought him and
that was a great character, dude. Yeah, Chalky White.
Yeah, that guy's so cool.
It's a good show.
I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
probably one of the best serial or series movies to come out or TV series to come out in a while. I mean, what's been this good as Boardwalk Empire since Boardwalk Empire?
I mean, I really like Fargo. That's like one of my favorite shows, but I think it's just tied to the movie more because that's like one of my, one of my favorite movies.
But I mean,
but yeah, I mean, Boardwalk's like, it's just a sprawling story and you get like all these really interesting characters and it's all pretty based in fact. I mean, I know they take some liberties with certain things, but, when you look at like how they designed all the sets, it looks really cool. And, just how the characters kind of come in and out. I like that too.
Yeah, I haven't seen Boardwalk in a while, but if you guys haven't seen it, I mean, that's a great show. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, definitely. It's up there with like Deadwood for me. It's just
I would agree.
Can't go wrong. I mean, it's just very well made.
I would agree. All right,
Buscemi.
Well, look at you, man, bringing in The Irishman, and next thing you know, we're talking about all these Italians for
enough on a tangent. Yeah, we should rename the episode.
Yeah, scratch the Oscars and the Irishman.
Italian stew.
Yeah, Italian stew.
Yeah. We got different. Because I was talking about. Let's take it back real quick. Talking about the previews. So we had Irishman, Rocket Man, and Lion King. So those were
Lion King looks rad. They did a great job with those graphics. Rocket Man looks horrible. It's
going to be Bohemian Rhapsody 2.
If that. It looks so bad. Yeah. I don't even know how that thing got greenlit.
And there's parts where he's like singing singing Tiny Dancer when he's just like walking around and stuff. It's like, wait, hold on.
Is that how this genius was created?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. Oh, make close, Tiny Dancer.
But it's.
I always thought it was Tiny Danza.
I don't know if he's
Tony Danza, right? Isn't that it?
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Yeah.
You got it. Name of the episode.
Yeah.
Book it.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I'm looking at the names. I'm still looking at the names of the Irishmen. These guys are all. It's funny how it's called the Irishman, and they're all Italian. So you got. Let's see here. What was it? Sebastian Maniscalco, Catherine Narducci, Alexa Palladino, Barry Primus, Larry Romano might be related to
who is the Irishman? Was Hoffa the Irishman?
No, so I think the Irishman was a hitman that Hoffa had hired, who eventually ended up killing him. And the phrase used in the preview, "I heard you paint houses," that's like gangster talk for like, so I hear you're a hitman.
Okay.
So that's kind of, and he's like, yes, I do. He probably has a stupid smirk on his face. Yeah, a little bit. So so that's kind of how he. How you got it? Oh, Jim Norton plays Don Rickles. Oh, great! I love Jim Norton.
Don Rickles.
Sorry. So, yeah, I don't know why he's in the movie, but Jim, they probably go see him in a stand-up thing.
Okay.
Louis Cancelmi, John Skirt. Gary Basaraba, Robert Funaro, John Senatiempo, like John Bianco. It's just like it doesn't. Joseph Russo.
All right.
Oh man,
yeah.
Gary Pastore. What? It is an Irishman. Kevin O'Rourke. It's the only Irishman in this movie. Yeah,
well, it's definitely not a diverse cast.
Yeah, that's all right though.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're going to tell a period piece. It's not like you're going to make it strongly diverse for the sake of being diverse. I get it.
Yeah. There's like, you know, how they have the random names like in movies. One of these guys is just called Wise Guy.
Hey, what's up with your face?
And then
bam.
There's another one, Skinny Guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Slender Man.
Yeah. Big Ears. Just a couple of the names here. Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap it up for episode 64, The Oscars and The Irishman.
Nice.
We'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be talking about biopics.
Specifically music biopics.
Music biopics, starting with
or
Ryan's
biopics,
favorite,
whatever.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
There's a lot to go through. I'm already thinking of all the ones that I've seen.
I have some major. I made a list with the help from a friend, and then like you can also get into like concert films, but that's a whole other episode.
So we're just doing.
I think we'll just stick to
the Doors
biopics.
and freaking stuff like that.
La Bamba.
Oh yeah, put
that on your list.
Richie. That was probably the first one I saw. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. Look at me all excited.
Save it.
Okay. I already know the best one.
This list, I'm still going down this list.
Stop going. All right, let's wrap it up.
Oh man,
thanks everybody for stopping by the Harsch Review, our entertainment podcast here with Sean and Ryan. If you're new, please hit subscribe. Check us out over at facebook.com/theharschreview if you want to follow us on Facebook, or go to our website, theharschreview.com. Don't forget it's HARSCH because we're weird. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode where we made something out of nothing, which was the Oscars, but a little present called The Irishman kind of kept it going, eh?
Hey, how you doing, eh?
How you doing? Hey, not much. Not bad.
What's up, Bobby?
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, hey Tony.
Hey, Tony.
You see Bobby?
I see Bobby. He's down in the corner.
Okay. What about Danny?
He's with Nikki.
Yeah. You're fucking Nikki.
See what
that guy.
You see what down with Nikki? That fucking Nikki. Bills me $5.
Shit.
I think we're gonna whack him. Hey, Nikki, you paint houses?
Yeah, I paint houses.
Take care of something for me. Take care of that thing.
Clean up a mess for me. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Tell your mother said hi.
Take care of that thing.
How's your mother doing?
I'm gonna get the papers. Yep. It's gonna go off the rails in a minute. Maybe we'll wrap it up.
I wrapped it up a while ago. We're good.
Okay. All right.